Good afternoon and welcome to the Lancaster County Commissioners meeting. This is an unusual time for us to be meeting, but it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday, August 25th. Got a sound issue here. Some crackling. Do you want to go ahead and proceed? Popcorn in the speaker system, doesn't it?
Next is on August 23rd, 2022.
Move approval.
Second.
Again, a motion and a second. Any comments, corrections? Please read the roll.
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Carries 3-0. Number 2 are claims. Approve of all claims processed through August 25th, 2022.
Move approval of all claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Can you please read the roll?
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Next are consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there is an exception, these items will be approved as one with a single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are approval of amendments to the following county contracts: C-20-649 with JEO Consulting Group, Inc. for wetland delineation, permitting, and related tasks to extend the contract for an additional 6 months. C-22-115 with Alfred Benish and Company for the final design and plan for preparation of county bridges R-184 and S-180.
Move approval of the consent items.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Will you please read the roll?
Amundson,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Next is number 4, new business. 4A is a resolution, a matter of final allocation of levy authority to all political subdivisions subject to Lancaster County Levy Authority.
All right, resolution that you will be approving today is in regard to the 15 cents. So the 15 cents really affects a few political subdivisions: the Ag Society, the RTSD, the Public Building Commission, the rural fire districts, and then there's also one road improvement district that's out there. So this will then allow for those political subdivisions to kind of take their next step to do their budget process. So when we look at the levies that are out there, we've got to be under the 15-cent limit, and with the maximum ones that we're dealing with, we're at about 14.28. So we're within the allowable 15 cents. This will just kind of set everybody up to finish up their own budget process.
Yep.
Thank you for doing all this work on this to get this before us.
Move approval of the resolution.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Next is a resolution in a matter of recognizing September 2022 as National Preparedness Month.
Good Good afternoon. Jim David Saber, Director, Lincoln, Lancaster County Emergency Management. I had the opportunity to share some information with you during Tuesday morning's staff meeting about this. Emergency management, we promote preparedness year-round, but September really gives us the opportunity to emphasize that message, and having the backing of the county board really increases that. So I appreciate your consideration of this resolution.
I would just say that, Jim, thank you for being here twice in 1 week. I know you've got plenty going on, but this preparedness is such a key part, because none of us know what or when or if something's coming, and we hope that we never have to use all your skills in preparedness, but having them ready to go is so key. And I know only 3 of us are going to sign the resolution, but the 2 that couldn't be here today because of other commitments totally support it, and so the board's just really glad to be a part of this, and I will move approval.
Very good. Thank you.
Second.
Very good. Yes, we had a very thorough presentation, so we feel really prepared on this.
We're prepared for the document today.
That is your name, preparedness. Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. 4C is a special designated license application from Seven Diamonds LLC for an event at Hillside Events, 12,400 West Denton Road, Denton, Nebraska, on September 17, 2022.
Do we have anyone here to speak on this?
We
We have the documents in our packet here.
and these are familiar names. Seven Diamonds and Hillside are both folks that have run a number of events in the past. I would move
Exactly.
approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. D is a memorandum of understanding with the Firth Rural Fire Board for Lincoln, Lancaster County Emergency Management to use Nebraska Forest Service resources and equipment. There is no cost, or there is no additional cost to the county.
Jim David Saver, Director, Lincoln, Lancaster County Emergency Management. We have a very good working relationship with all of the members of our rural fire boards, but Firth was one that volunteered its assistance to us to serve as our sponsor, so we can have a direct working relationship with the Nebraska Forest Service. What that allows us to do is access to resources and equipment that we would otherwise not have ready access to. So I certainly appreciate the support of the Firth Rural Fire Board and you, Lancaster County Board of Commissioners.
All I want to say is that this goes along with your preparedness.
It really does.
And who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Alex Olson. I'm the Vice President for the Firth Rural Fire Board.
Okay, great. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, we really appreciate your stepping up.
I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. E is a grant application from Lincoln, Lancaster County Emergency Management to Nebraska Emergency Management Agency to add 3 outdoor warning sirens to the existing network of sirens providing coverage to Lancaster County.
Jim David Saber, Lincoln, Lancaster County Emergency Management. The good news keeps on coming, I would like to think. We have a very robust hazard mitigation plan in place, and this is an example of that. We've always had that standing request to increase the number of outdoor warning sirens that we have. Due to the current arrangement, the federal government, the initial arrangement was a 75% Fed to a 25% local match. The feds have since upped their game to a 90% match. So ballpark, this $95,400 project will only cost our local taxpayers $9,400.
What a great service.
Yeah.
Yeah, just great work. Again, getting the additional safety warning out to citizens who will benefit from this and reducing the cost to the local taxpayers.
And on that note, just generally speaking, with the network of outdoor warning sirens that we have, when we think about the population growth throughout Lancaster County, we work closely with the planning department so we can identify the locations where these new sirens will do the most good for the most people. So again, but you're right, being able to add 3 sirens like this, hopefully we'll be able to keep pace with the growth.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. F is a grant contract with Clyde Malone Community Center for the Welcoming Coordinator Program in the amount of $15,000.
Good afternoon, Sarah Hoyle, Director of Lincoln Lancaster County Human Services. And this funding will assist in hiring a welcoming coordinator to fully implement our welcoming and belonging strategic plan. And if you remember, with Commissioner Yocum's leadership, our community was able to come together, the city and the county partners, along with a lot of community-based nonprofit entities, to formulate a welcoming and belonging plan for our community. So we thought, after long discussions, that this individual that would be facilitating this plan, implementing it, lived best within our existing cultural centers. And so wanted to make sure that that position was housed there and hired by them.
Absolutely. Move approval.
I would second, and I would just say it's really timely because we were at the Chamber Federal Legislative Retreat this morning, and one of the big topics is immigration and how to proceed, because they were talking about 58,000 shortage of employees, and the way to resolve that is to help bring people in and help them acclimate into our communities. And so here we are, thanks to Commissioner Yocum and Sarah, taking a big step in that direction. So,
Yeah,
Did I
this will give
say-
us a very direct bridge to have those conversations.
and you can imagine what it's like for folks who are sometimes suddenly transported to a very different environment. I think I seconded that somewhere in there.
So we do have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Well, this one really hurts, but I'm going to have to abstain because my husband is on the Malone board, but I'm completely invested in this.
That's
Motion carries 2 yes, 1 abstention. 4G is an agreement with the Indian Center, Inc. for the county to grant $19,000 in American Resource Plan Act funds to pay for a building assessment to assess the feasibility of a plan to renovate the Indian Center with the purpose of creating transitional living space for women in need of behavioral health treatment.
move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Again, I will abstain as it's a conflict because my husband serves on their board.
Motion carries 2 yes, 1 abstention. H is an agreement with the Schemmer Associates, Inc. for professional engineering services on Phase 3 of the 2022 Lancaster County Culvert Maintenance. The cost will be paid using the county's American Rescue Plan Act funds and shall not exceed $203,658.75.
Afternoon, everyone. Larry Legg, Lancaster County Engineering. This is the, second of 3 of these contracts or 4 of these contracts you're going to see. You already saw the first one last week, or last Tuesday, I guess it was. This is to do the design for 15 culverts in the southern half of Lancaster County. I think the delivery date on this one is expected to be March for a late spring letting of next year. Any questions?
We've discussed this before, and so excited to move forward. I move approval.
Good to see this activity.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. I is an agreement with Alfred Benish and Company for professional engineering services for Phase 2 of a project to replace 15 county culverts in Lancaster County, Nebraska. Expenditure for these services shall not exceed $163,553.11.
Basically, the same story as we had before, except this is with Alfred Benish. This is I know it's Phase 2, but it's the 3rd contract that you've seen on this. There'll be one more coming down the road probably on September 6th, and I would hope to have that done. So, have I got it turned right?
Yeah, it turns on right now.
Okay, so I'm always confused when I get there whether they have it right side up or whatever. So, there again, these are actually in the northern, northwestern corner or section of Lancaster County.
I move approval.
Second. It's good to see different companies, different engineering firms being used for this.
I guess,
Yeah.
Larry, are we doing, or do we have all four quadrants?
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny. We base it upon need, and we do culvert inspections, and we went through a little bit of process. We tried to pull out the ones that would have the least chance for an environmental issues, shall we say. So that means the design will go smoother and faster. In fact, if you'll, I think the last one with Shimmer is actually just in one township in the southwestern corner. So there was just that much need down there. So that's kind of where we're at with that. So we did kind of do north and south, but it isn't necessarily by quadrants. There was a lot more need in the southeast corner.
Southeast or southwest?
Southwest, excuse me. What I said the first time, not when I mistake myself the second time. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. 4J are grant adjustment notices from the Nebraska Emergency Management Agency to increase the sub-grant awards for the following. Number one is $143,365 to $144,200.22. And number two is $9,612.48 to $38,638.93.
Good afternoon, Jim David Saber, Director, Lincoln Lancaster County Emergency Management. This is under the Emergency Management Performance Grant, EMPG. The first one, J.1, is under, or pertains to our staff salaries and benefits, and J2 is actually EMPG ARPA that covers operating expenses. So it's a reimbursement process for the fiscal years that just ended due to some money that was left over. This is part of the reappropriation. So the total additional amount that we're getting is $29,861, and that's a credit to my staff, the attention to detail to ensure the paperwork is filled out properly and perhaps more importantly submitted on time. We're not eligible unless we have our foot in the door, so to speak. So again, very timely and strong effort on their part makes us eligible for the reimbursement.
Okay, well, kudos to your staff. Move approval.
So 29,000 here and about 85,000 on the Siren project. So I'll second.
Yeah, very good. Thank you for being good stewards. We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Next is K, letter of support for the City of Lincoln's grant application to the Nebraska Environmental Trust for Wilderness Park tree removal.
Move approval.
Yeah, second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Number 5 is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business, not on the agenda, may do so at this time.
Does Buddy have
was
anything he
Barney or
wants?
anybody have
Is it
something to say?
Barney? I do this all the time. I'm terrible. I guess not.
Next is announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will not hold a regular meeting on Tuesday, August 30th, 2022, or a staff meeting on Thursday, September 1st, 2022, due to a lack of quorum. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, September 6th, 2022, at 9 a.m., with the Board of Equalization immediately following in room 112 of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold the following public hearings on Tuesday, September 6, 2022, at 9 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. This includes adoption of the Lancaster County zoning and subdivision fee schedule and amendment of the Lancaster County General Assistance Guidelines. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, September 8th, 2022, at 8:30 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on Link TV. Link TV is available on Allo Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 1300. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on Link TV, YouTube, Facebook.com at Lincoln, Nebraska, Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
Move that we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
I would say that Barney is down there.
Is it Barney? Yeah, you're right.
I figured that.